Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and I am a crypto day trader whose overall goal here with my channel is to simply help other traders in the most simplistic ways as possible. So in today's educational video, I'm going to be sharing the magic line that will literally make your trading 10 times simpler if you use it the right way. Now, for those of you who love trading crypto and would like to try out the same exchange that I use on a daily basis, feel free to go ahead and try out the Bluefin exchange with the link in the video description down below this video. I personally love this exchange because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you are from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on Bluefin. Now, before we actually go ahead and dive into this video, first off, everyone in this world, literally everyone, trades differently, since we all have different personalities, different goals, and different mindsets. So if this strategy does not end up working out for you, it is not because you suck at trading or anything like that. It's simply because your personality is different and the way that you look at things on a chart is different overall, all right? So the very first thing that you want to do here, all right, we're just going to go ahead and dive right into this shit. So first of all, as you can clearly see, I have already got my support and resistance zones already marked out here on the weekly chart, but we are not going to be trading off of the weekly chart, okay? Typically what you want to do is you want to mark out your support and resistance zones on either 1 or 2 time frames above the time frame that you're going to be trading on, okay? Now, since I'm going to be trading, or since we are going to be trading or showing examples on the 4-hour chart, I have all of my support and resistance zones marked out here on the weekly chart, all right? So the next thing that you want to do is you want to you want to go to whatever time frame you're going to be trading on, which for me is going to be the 4-hour chart, all right? So we will go ahead and make this bigger now. All right, so now we've got the 4-hour chart going on here, okay? Now, after you've got your support and resistance zones marked out, and after you have got your the time frame that you're going to be trading on, after you've got your time frame open and in front of you, the next thing that you want to be doing is you want to turn on the 7 SMA, okay? Now, I use this indicator a lot. This is my #1 indicator that I absolutely love using in all of my trading. It's a very, very, very simple and easy moving average to use. And the very first thing you want to do is you want to do some back testing, okay? So when you turn on the SMA, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and, if you don't have the SMA, just go to indicators and you want to type in let's see here, okay, so it's not simple, it's moving average simple. So moving average simple. And that's the one you want to click, all right? So you want to click it, and it's not going to be set to 7 right away. You'll have to go into the settings, and you'll go to inputs, and it should be, I think the default setting is 9. It's either 9 or 14, I'm not sure. But you want to press down on the input all the way down to number 7, all right? And then once you have got that all configured, and you're taking a look at your chart, the next thing that you want to do is you want to do some back testing, and you want to take notice of different areas where price action continues to kind of go back and forth, all right? So you want to look for areas where it's going back and forth, and as you can clearly see right here, as we have been kind of going up here, we found this very local bottom down here at $112 here on Solana, and that's another thing, by the way, too, is we are sitting here on the Solana charts, and that's only because I trade Solana a lot, all right? So that's technically the only reason why I've got Solana open here. But as you can clearly see, we've got a pretty decent zone going on right here, all right? So as you can clearly see, price ended up going up past above this support level, or above this resistance area right here, which is now technically a support area. We went up above it, we went all the way up to here, up near 136 zone, and then we ended up coming back down, back into this area again, all right? So at this point in time, I mean, technically you could end up having some smaller local support and resistance areas too. So technically we are trading between this range right here, all right? That's kind of what we're looking at here. So as you can clearly tell, we ended up going up and we ended up stopping there and ended up coming back down to this area once again, which is again why we have it marked out as a local support. And we ended up going back up again, and we went back up to this same level of resistance that we ended up creating right up in here. And actually before this area was even created, you could have had this marked out from right back in here as well. All right, and it pretty much would have came out with the same with the same overall bias here. Okay, now as you can clearly see, we did end up coming back down again, and price is currently settling around overall macro support here. Okay, so now we are currently looking at this area. All right, so we can clearly tell and conclude from just by looking at this alone that price action is currently trading between $120 and $136. All right, this is your support and resistance range right now, our local support and resistance range. All right. So now after you do all of this, the next thing that you want to do is you want to watch for crosses over and under this 7-period SMA, which is my white line that I've got going on right here. This is the magic line that I'm talking about in this video, okay? I use this line, I use this moving average a lot, all right? I use it a lot to decipher overall momentum in the whatever coin I'm currently trading or current coin that I'm currently looking at. And I also use it for potential entries and exits as well, all right? So what you want to do is you want to look for crosses over and under the SMA. And what I do is I typically wait for price action to either cross the moving average, or I wait until price action crosses, but also if it passes a previous smaller level of support or resistance on the same time frame, all right? So what am I talking about here? So for instance, what I'm talking about in this specific situation right here is, for instance, right here, I'm looking at price action right around this support level here at $126 or $126.77, whatever. You get the idea. Now, if price action ends up going up above this level here, the next thing I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for price action to have enough momentum to cross above on top of this moving average right here, all right? Now, if it does indeed end up crossing above this moving average here, my confirmation to get into this potential trade is going to be right here, all right? This little area right in here, all right? So as you can clearly tell, price action in this smaller area right here kind of went up 2 different times and failed to go any higher both of those times. So that is another layer of very small local resistance right there. So if price action does go above the moving average and goes above this small layer of resistance right here, I'm going to enter a long position, and I'm going to potentially ride it all the way up to $30 or $136, all right? Because that is the big layer of local resistance that we are currently looking at here, okay? So if you were to get in on a trade like that, and it did end up going up there, and everything went perfectly, and it went up there, and it crossed it, and it ended up going up and going up towards this resistance area again, you would profit around, let's see here, roughly around 5.7%, give or take. That's without leverage. So for instance, if you are using 10x leverage, you'd profit roughly around 57% or so from that move. All right. Now, as far as stop losses are concerned, if you were to have entered that trade and price action was around this level up in this area right here, I would have ended up setting my stop loss right at this support level again. And the reason why is because it is a macro support level. So if price action ends up going below that support level and closes below it, it's probably going to end up going even lower down to this $120 area, all right? That's just overall to cover your potential losses, all right? So that we're not losing as much as we would if we were chasing it all the way down here. We don't want to do that, all right? The goal is to make sure that our wins are more than our losses overall, and that we end the day in the green overall, okay? So you never ever want to be chasing potential downside moves all the way down to into oblivion down here, all right? So now the other thing that you can do is you can also short the market as well with this strategy. So realistically, if this current 4-hour candle does end up closing beneath this level right here, the next thing I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for again this small local support level right in here. All right. If price action ends up going beneath that and closing below that, I'm probably going to open a short position, and I'm probably going to try to ride it down to this level down here, down to $120. All right. So if that ended up happening, you would end up profiting roughly around 37%, somewhere around there with 10x leverage. All right. So overall here, that is overall what I am talking about as far as what to look for with using the 7 SMA moving average, and how to get in with using the 7 SMA moving average. It's all about finding these small little key levels that a lot of beginner traders or newer traders continue to miss and kind of not really pay attention to. All right. These little tiny local levels are very, very important when you are trying to trade the crypto market, because it basically tells you what overall momentum in the current coin is currently doing. All right. So obviously, if price ends up going above the moving average, that tells me one right there that, momentum is starting to build, because as you can clearly see, when price action is bullish, it's usually above the moving average. All right. When it's bearish, price action and the candles are below the moving average. All right. So when price action goes above the moving average here, that tells me that momentum could be starting to build. But if it goes even higher and breaks above this current level that got rejected 2 different times over here, that tells me that momentum is starting to get even more stronger, and I'm going to take the chance on getting in on a larger trade here. All right. So that's kind of the overall mindset that goes into this. All right. So overall here, if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me on X at Garrett_N_stuff. Other than that, guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, as always, if you guys enjoyed this video and you feel like you got some decent value out of it, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button below the video, and leave me a comment below on your thoughts of what you thought of this video. And with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched this entire video throughout the whole thing, thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you all in my future videos.